But these guys, what I'll tell you about working with private lenders is that you're like talking to a person that's actually making the decision a lot of times. You're
Right.
like having a conversation with them. You're not like too worried about it falling. You want to make sure
Yeah.
that all the information is correct, but you're not too worried about it falling apart for some random detail, which I can tell you that with regular
Totally.
banks, the person that's
That could
underwriting
happen.
your loan, they just want it off their desk.
Right.
and
Right. No,
and
you hit it on the head. You
you
hit it on the
know,
head. So, you're usually either speaking to a decision maker or a
yeah,
person, one person removed from the decision maker, right? I
yeah,
mean, they could, like today, I'm one of the decision makers in my office. We have, I think collectively, about 30 to 40 people that work with us. Anyone can walk into my office with a deal and a scenario and discuss it with me so we can make a decision, right? With a bank, you can't do that.
no,
You're not going to walk into Jamie Dimon's office and say, "Hey, I got this $200,000 property in West Alabama or something like that, and I need financing on it." It's not going to happen, right? But with private lenders, I think you can really kind of think outside the box. I think you can really structure deals that make sense, and you could really get a higher rate of execution and financing than you were with a bank. Now, this is not to say banks are not a good conduit. They
yeah,
are, right? And they should be, and they should be used. And I always
yes,
tell, my borrowers, like, look, you come to me only if you need me, right? If you can have a bank finance you and you have the time and the flexibility to be able to get that financing and you have, you're that A paper, you have perfect income, you may have a full-time job, a W-2 somewhere else, because that's what banks like to see.
yeah,
You should go that route.
yeah,
But if you don't, you got to come to me, right? And then you go out and you take out the loan through a bank statement loan, you take out the mortgage that I gave you through a DSCR loan or something like that, where the property is now producing income. So you have so many other avenues of financing than you did before.